Rain on an old tin roof, a single candle, distant thunder that sounds more like a cat purring. Golden text drifts in, one line every 7 to 8 seconds. Tonight, the entire country quiets just for you. Every highway, every phone, every blinking light, they all agreed to dim. Because you deserve a night that feels like being wrapped in the world's softest sweater. You are arriving in a town that doesn't appear on most maps. Willow Creek, Vermont. The kind of place people only find when they truly need it. Look, there's the hand-painted wooden sign swinging in the breeze. White letters on deep forest green. Willow Creek, established 1849, where time takes its shoes off. Snowflakes the size of $50 begin to fall. Each one carries a tiny worry away from you and buries it gently in the drifts. Take the slowest breath you've taken all week. Hold it like you're holding something precious. Now let it go and watch it turn into mist that joins the snowfall. This is your official permission slip. You no longer have to be productive, impressive, or even awake. You are allowed to simply exist tonight. Warm, safe, and deeply, deeply cared for. We're going on the gentlest walk imaginable. Past porch lights left on for no one in particular. Past rocking chairs that rock themselves when the wind feels kind. Past windows glowing amber with stories being read by grandmothers who never get tired. There will be warm drinks that pour themselves. Blankets that remember exactly how you like to be tucked. And a bed that has been waiting for you longer than you've been waiting for it. If you drift off in the next few minutes, perfect. If you stay with us for hours, also perfect. Either way, Willow Creek keeps the light on. Close your eyes whenever you're ready, but let the words cradle you until you do. Soft chime. Snow. Silence. The lantern inn appears through the snow like a promise someone kept. 3 stories of Victorian gingerbread and glowing windows. Every pane of glass seems to exhale warmth. You push the oak door. The brass bell gives one sleepy jingle, as though it was dreaming and you woke it gently. Inside, the air smells like cedar firewood, cinnamon sticks, and the memory of your favorite childhood blanket. Mrs. Harlow, the innkeeper, is dozing in her rocking chair. A quilt of 1,000 tiny squares covers her lap. Her knitting needles rest across her chest like crossed arms in the coziest hug. She smiles in her sleep. She knows you made it. There's a little chalkboard by the registry. Room 7. It's been ready since 1923. It just didn't know your name until tonight. You sign the guest book with a fountain pen that still has ink from someone's love letter in 1947. Now the stairs. 19 of them. Each one carpeted in a runner so thick your feet disappear. Count them if you like, or don't. Numbers are optional here. First step, soft sigh. Second step, softer sigh. By the 10th step, your shoulders have dropped 2 inches. By the 19th, you can't remember what tense felt like. At the landing, a stained glass window turns moonlight into colored rivers on the floor. Deep blue, rose, lavender, gold. You stand in the colored light for a moment. It feels like being inside a kaleidoscope that only knows gentle patterns. Room 7. The brass number is shaped like a wishbone. The key is old and heavy and turns with the satisfying click of a story beginning. Inside, the room breathes with you. A 4-poster bed so high, there are literally 2 little steps to climb in. Pillows. 8. All different levels of fluff, like a pillow choir waiting to sing you to sleep. A fireplace no bigger than a bread box, yet somehow warms the entire room. The flames are small and blue and gold and never pop too loud. On the mantel, a tiny ship in a bottle, a bowl of pine cones and smell like Christmas even in July, and a single white feather. The note on the nightstand is longer this time. Dear traveler of tired bones and beautiful heart, the world was loud today. This room will not be. The fire is laid for you. The sheets are sun-dried from a day that had no urgency. The window looks over the orchard where the apples dream of becoming pie. Sleep as long as your soul needs. Breakfast is served between when you wake up and whenever you wander down. No clocks are allowed to tick loudly here. With love, Mrs. H. You set the note down like it's made of glass. You take off your shoes. They land on a braided rug that 3 great-grandmothers worked on during long winters. The rug is honored to catch your tired feet. Socks next. The wide plank floor is warm. Someone thought ahead. You walk to the window. Snow falling so thick it looks like the stars are dropping in for a visit. You touch the glass. It's cool, but not cold. Everything here knows the exact temperature of comfort. You turn back to the bed. The comforter is turned down in an invitation that cannot be refused. You climb the 2 little steps. You slide between sheets that feel like breathing. The mattress exhales with you. It says, wordlessly, I've got you. You pull the comforter up until only your nose is peeking out. Safe, warm, home for tonight, and maybe longer if you want.
Hours or minutes slip by. You're in that delicious half place where thoughts are soft clouds. You decide to explore, barefoot, in the pajamas you found folded on the chair. They fit perfectly, of course. Down the hall, past the radiator where a great tabby cat sleeps in a perfect circle. His purr is the gentle engine keeping the whole inn afloat. 3rd door on the right. A small plaque glowing faintly. The Midnight Library, open only to those who walk slowly. You turn the cut-glass knob. The room is round. Moonlight pours through a domed skylight directly onto a sea of books. Thousands of them, but none with titles that scare you. Only titles like The Art of Doing Absolutely Nothing, Recipes for Days That Need Extra Gentleness, How to Carry the Moon in Your Pocket. 2 enormous armchairs face the fireplace. They are so deep you have to swim to the cushions. Between them, a tea tray that refills itself. Tonight, chamomile with a whisper of vanilla and the tiniest hint of starlight. You choose a book at random. It falls open to a page that reads, "Close this book now. The story is already inside you." So you do. You sink into the left armchair. A blanket the color of storm clouds and comfort floats onto your lap. You didn't see it move. That's perfectly normal here. The fire is made of birch logs that smell like childhood camping trips where nothing went wrong. You sip the tea. It tastes like forgiveness. Stories begin to drift off the shelves and tell themselves in the air around you, visible like faint auroras made of words. One story is about a lighthouse keeper who knits sweaters for ships so they never feel cold. Another is about a baker in Maine who wakes at 3 a.m. to make cinnamon rolls shaped like whatever his customers dreamed about. A third is about a little girl who discovered that if you whisper, "Thank you," to snowflakes, they fall slower so you can watch them longer. You don't need to read. You only need to let the stories tuck you in from the inside. Your eyelids grow deliciously heavy. The fire dims itself politely. The blanket tightens its hug just a little. You are being read to by silence, and it's the best bedtime story ever told. Your stomach gives the gentlest reminder. Not hunger, more like Nostalgia for something warm in a mug. You pad downstairs. The stairs recognize your lighter, sleepier footsteps and creak in a lullaby key. The kitchen is lit only by the moon and the glow from the stove's pilot light. Copper pots hang motionless. They're too relaxed to clink tonight. On the stove, a small enamel pot. Note in Mrs. Harlow's handwriting, warm milk, local honey, lavender from the garden, and one secret ingredient. Thyme. Stir 4 times clockwise, once counterclockwise for balance. Mug is the blue one with the chip. It's the luckiest. You stir slowly. The spoon is wood, worn smooth by decades of midnight comfort. You pour into the blue chipped mug. It says, "Someone in Vermont loves you," in faded letters. Steam curls up like friendly ghosts. You take the mug to the window seat that overlooks the backyard orchard. Snow is piling on the branches of apple trees, making them look like they're wearing wedding veils. A family of deer walks single file through the orchard. The last one, the smallest, stops and looks right at you. Its eyes say, "We've been expecting you." You raise your mug in a tiny toast. It bows its head and continues on. You sip. The milk is perfect. It tastes like every time someone ever made you feel safe. You sit on the window seat, knees to chest, mug cradled in both hands. The kitchen clock ticks so slowly, it's practically moving backward. You realize you can't remember the name of the thing that was stressing you out yesterday. That's how you know the milk is working. When the mug is empty, you rinse it, even though the note said tomorrow is soon enough. Old habits can be gentle too. You leave the mug upside down on a crocheted dish towel shaped like a sheep. Back through the house, past the sleeping cat, up the hugging stairs.
Back in room 7, you notice a tiny arched door you swear wasn't there before. It opens to a glassed-in sleeping porch filled with hanging plants and strings of warm fairy lights. A daybed piled with mattresses, quilts, and pillows that look like clouds that retired early. You crawl in. The glass roof is already dusted with snow, but the porch is toasty warm. Snow taps overhead. Tap, tap, tap. Each flake plays a different note. Together, they compose the longest, slowest lullaby in history. You watch the flakes fall and land and melt into tiny stars on the glass. Your breathing synchronizes with the snow. In, snow falls. Out, snow settles. A family of cardinals lands in the apple tree outside. They fluff their feathers and sing one quiet verse, just for you, then tuck their heads under wings. An owl perches on the railing. Not spooky, more like a fluffy librarian, checking that you have everything you need. It hoots 3 soft hoots, exactly the rhythm of a heartbeat slowing down. You whisper good night to the owl, to the snow, to the orchard, to the deer, to tomorrow. Everything whispers back. The entire town of Willow Creek is dreaming in surround sound now. Old Mr. Thompson dreams of the ocean he saw in 1962, the one that sounded like his wife laughing. The golden retriever dreams of fields where every squirrel drops its acorn and invites him to tea. The covered bridge dreams of being a dragon that guards the town with gentle snores. Even the river under the ice dreams of spring, but not yet. It's too cozy under its blanket. A distant train whistle blows 4 long, slow notes. It's the 2:17 a.m. freight to nowhere in particular, just circling the country, tucking cities in. Every porch light in town dims by 1 degree as if the bulbs themselves are falling asleep. Back in your 4-poster bed, you've constructed a blanket fort so epic it has territories. Population, you, 6 pillows with diplomatic immunity, 1 stuffed moose you're certain checked in with you, and a quilt that identifies as a cloud. Your only law: breathing is mandatory, thinking is optional. You are crowned ruler of the realm of deep rest. Your coronation gift, the Northern Lights, performing exclusively above Willow Creek tonight. Greens, purples, and roses dance so slowly they could be mistaken for breathing. The nightstand drawer slides open on its own. Inside, dozens of tiny glowing bottles. Each one a perfect memory from your actual life. You uncork the one labeled "The Summer You Were 9 and the World Was Endless." The room fills with a smell of cut grass, popsicles, and screen doors slamming. You are barefoot on hot pavement, then cool grass, laughing because someone just told a joke about frogs. Next bottle, the first time you ever saw snow. You are 4. Your mittens are too big. You stick out your tongue and catch a flake that tastes like wonder. Another, falling asleep on the car ride home after a perfect day. Streetlights strobe gently across the back seat, your head on someone's shoulder, safe, loved, nothing required of you. You let them play one after another, like the softest movie montage. When the last one fades, the drawer closes with a grateful sigh. Without warning, your bed lifts. Slowly, silently, through the roof like it was made of mist. You rise above the inn, above the orchard, above the sleeping town. Willow Creek looks like a snow globe someone shook with love. You drift west, over the frozen lake where tomorrow children will skate figure eights of joy. Over the diner with its pink neon open sign that never turns off because the owner believes hope should always be illuminated. Higher still, until the entire Northeast is a necklace of soft lights. You see New York far away, still restless, but its noise can't climb this high. You float over the Midwest, endless fields under quilts of snow. Over the Rockies wearing their nightcaps of clouds. All the way to the Pacific, where the waves are tucking the shore in with quiet shh. America, for once, is whispering. You are the only one awake enough to hear it say, "Thank you." Slowly, the bed carries you home. Through clouds that part like curtains, past the owl who tips its wing in salute, back through the roof of the Lantern Inn, landing with the softness of a sigh. The sheets remember exactly where you left them. You sink, deeper than before. You are safe. You are enough. You are loved exactly as you are right now. 30 seconds of black screen and only your own slow breathing synced to the soundscape. Then, let everything go, every plan, every apology you still owe, every tomorrow. They're all being kept in a snowbank outside. They'll still be there when you want them. Maybe you won't. Good night, dear one. Good night, shoulders. Good night, racing mind. Good night, beautiful heart that carries too much. The fire settles into embers.
The snow seals the world in hush. The entire town of Willow Creek holds its breath with you, for you. Sleep now, deeply, completely, endlessly. If you're reading this, you are officially the coziest person in the lower 48. If you fell asleep hours ago, thank you for letting us rock you tonight. Either way, Willow Creek keeps your room ready. Please leave a quiet little thumbs up so we know the snow carried you safely. Subscribe with notifications off. We'll never wake you. Comment just one word, Willow, so the algorithm knows magic is real. The video loops forever to the sound of gentle snow on the sleeping porch roof, ready for you tomorrow night and every night after.
You are welcome to home,